I went mountain climbing for the first time this year, and I didn't think I was gonna like it. I went anyway because it was something new and I had never done it, and I'm not gonna turn something down just because I've never done it. And surprisingly, I had a lot of fun. It definitely gets you out of your comfort zone, and it's something that have never really experienced before. Um, I was invited to see Free Solo, which is a movie. No, it's a documentary on mountain climbing or rock climbing. And again, I didn't think I was gonna like it, so I decided to go anyway, just because again, I figured I might learn something, and I'm so glad that I went. After watching this movie, it like planted this seed. It like planted the seed, and I can't stop thinking about it. You see, free solo. If you don't know what that is, you essentially are rock climbing, or you're, you know, scaling these huge mountains without a rope. Let me say it again. You're doing this without a rope. In this movie, Free Solo, the guy that they follow, he's at Yosemite Park, and he climbs this structure that is 3,200 feet high with no rope. It's incredible. Let me just show you.
Does it feel different to be up there without a rope?
It's obviously like much higher consequence.
People who know a little bit about climbing, they're like, oh, he's totally safe. And then people who really know exactly what he's doing are freaked out.
I've thought about all cap like for years, and every year I'm like, that's really scary.
I'll never be content unless I at least put in the effort.
El Cap is the most impressive wall on Earth.
It's 3,200 feet of sheer granite. It's the center of the rock climbing universe.
Obviously, I get interview questions about it all the time. Oh, would you like to do that? And you're like, yes, for sure.
So you're a girlfriend now, I heard.
It's awesome. Pretty much makes life better in every way.
It's really hard for me to grasp why he wants this. But if he doesn't do this stuff, he'd regret it.
Everybody who has made free soloing a big part of their life is dead now.
I haven't been injured in like 7 years. I suddenly start getting injured all the time.
What if something happens? What if I don't see him again?
I could just walk away, but it's like, I don't want to.
I've always been conflicted about shooting a film about free soloing just because it's so dangerous. It's hard to not imagine your friend falling through the frame to his death.
I think when he's free soloing, that's when he feels the most alive, most everything. How can you even think about taking it away from somebody?
No mistakes tomorrow.
It's starting to get kind of psyched.
If you're pushing the edge, eventually you find the edge.
I can't believe you guys are actually gonna watch.
Hey Jimmy, do you copy? Just started climbing.
So if you haven't seen that movie, you need to definitely check it out. It's such a good movie, and it talks about preparing like mentally and physically for the feat that he was going to accomplish. And in that documentary, he talks about not suppressing your fear, but expanding your comfort zone, which I thought was really interesting. If you suppress your fear, it's like you don't acknowledge it. You almost like pretend like there's no fear, but when you free solo, there's clearly like you can't ignore it. Like you can't pretend like it doesn't exist. Kind of like this guy that's skydiving, right? Like there's definitely a fear that you know, his chute doesn't open, and that's it, right? That's all she wrote. So expanding your comfort zone as opposed to suppressing your fear is an interesting concept, because facing your fear and, you know, acknowledging the fear is what makes life worth living. And that's something that I definitely want to do. At the beginning, I kind of said that it planted a seed, and I've been toying, just thinking about the idea of doing this whole skydiving thing, and I feel like I'm definitely committed to doing it now. I definitely want to do the whole skydiving experience. I just don't think that there's anything that's more exhilarating or more liberating than skydiving. Just imagine just free falling. Like, look at this guy. Like, no worries in the world, just no concerns. He's just falling. You know what I mean? Like, it looks pretty awesome. And I think it would be cool if I documented the stuff leading up to it, the things that I was doing, the actual fall, you know, after the fall, how I feel, what I learned. What was super cool too is Will Smith turned 50 this year, right? And I don't know if you guys saw, but he did where he jumped out of a helicopter for his 50th birthday, and he broadcast it on YouTube. And after that video, like, he talks about facing your fear, and like part of life is just jumping, right? Not allowing fear to dictate how you live your life. And that message really resonated with me, because a lot of us, you know, succumb to that fear. A lot of us, you know, would much rather be safe and, you know, just not allow ourselves to live. Look at this guy, he's doing a flip, you know. I want to do this, and I just want to feel what this guy is feeling. And I know some of you guys probably know me, and for those of you guys that know me, and once I get an idea in my head and once I become passionate about something, like, just a matter of time. Looking forward to it. Let's go. Look at this guy.